One of my uncles did molest me.
How old were you?
I guess it started, I'm thinking it could have started. I'm feeling that it could have started before I even was aware.
Right.
Because I have issues when it comes down to how I supposed to be treated as a lady. It still hurts me, but I'm trying to really let go of that. Well, I never met my father but one time in my life. Well, because I've always been introduced to sexual activities. So,
Yes, it does make you more sexual quicker.
Yeah.
How old were you when you lost your children?
Well, they're 24 and 25 now. I lost them like 20 years ago.
Hey, this is Ask Pharmacist Tish in the beautiful city of Charlotte, North Carolina. I know, right? We already had a little conversation, so that's why we already giggling. My name is Tish in the beautiful city of Charlotte, North Carolina. Who do I have the pleasure of meeting today?
Hi, everybody in the beautiful city of Charlotte. I'm Miss Shirley. They call me Shirley Caesar II.
Oh, Shirley Caesar II? Why do they call you Shirley, like the gospel singer?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Because you can never forget my name.
Right.
Because up here herself, Shirley is
right.
top number one.
Yes, she is.
Yes, and I love Jesus just like she did.
Right.
I love him.
Okay, so let's start from the beginning. Where you born and raised?
I was born and raised in Chester, South Carolina.
Chester? Chester?
Yes.
I love saying that. I have some really good family friends out there in Chester. So I know about Chester, good people. You know any of the Morrises?
Yes.
Okay, so you know it's like a bunch of Morrises.
Everybody know everybody down there.
Yes.
Yeah.
So how long you been in Charlotte?
I'll tell you what, I've been back and forth ever since I've been 2 years old because my mom moved up here. And that's when she allowed my grandparents to raise me.
Okay, so how was your childhood growing up, hon?
Well, from my understanding, I was born in the cotton field.
Okay.
So a lot of times if you see me outside, I'm thinking that it's because of where she had me at, I love being outside. Most of the time, I love being outside, but not the actual real body.
Yeah.
However, it's just interesting how my grandparents did a very good job, but at the same time, my granddad, he died when I was 12.
Okay. And that was hard for you?
Yeah, that was real hard. I passed out.
You passed out? Okay.
At the funeral, so.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you were a little girl and you had a really good close relationship with your grandfather.
Yes, I did.
That's great. What about with your own dad?
Well, I never met my father but one time in my life.
Oh, okay. Got you. But that's good you had a good strong male figure in your life.
Yes.
That's good. Gotcha.
No, I'm saying I never met my father.
No, I'm talking about your grandfather.
Right. Up until I was 12. But also then I had 7 uncles. So, most of them, they did the very best they could.
Right. So how were your teenage years?
Well,
in the country.
Right.
Because I know God knows what I was doing in the country.
Right.
In my teenage years, honey. Woo.
Right.
That's a show by itself. But either way, and none of y'all haters better not come out and tell my business. Go ahead. I was joking.
It was interesting because we were very poor because we didn't even have water. We had to walk blocks just to get jugs of water to use out, to wash with and do the dishes and what have you. We had to use the restroom outside, and one of my uncles did molest me.
How old were you?
I guess it started, I'm thinking it could have started. I'm feeling that it could have started before I even was aware.
Right.
Because I have issues when it comes down to how I supposed to be treated as a lady. It still hurts me, but I'm trying to really let go of that.
Was it a one uncle?
It was mainly just one.
Mainly? What does that mean?
There was another one that he was really wild, and and when he drank, he would say certain things in like a sexual way.
Okay.
That, again, that's still a painful area as well.
Right. This is amazing. So much of us women have gone through so much sexual abuse.
Exactly.
But we are so strong as women, but it's phenomenal. How did you deal with it? How did you go through your teenage years with that kind of burden? Were you able to tell anybody at that age?
No, I was not. I was afraid, And then, like I said, we was living in the country, like right there, all the woods, the cows.
Yeah.
You know, you got the farm on one end, the creek on another end, and railroad track on another end. And it was like, for some reason or another, I always ended up out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what did you do with your early years in life, like in your 20s?
I was very smart.
So you graduated from high school?
I did not. I got all the way up to the 12th grade and dropped out 6 months before graduation.
Why? How?
Well, because I've always been into, I guess, introduced to sexual activities. So,
Yes, it does make you more sexual
with
quicker.
like a fast hot in the tail, you know what I'm saying? Basically, fast hot in the ass.
Yeah.
You know, and
That's that country term, hot in the ass.
That's right. That's right.
Hot honey.
Right.
But your reasoning is not because of just anything. You are conditioned to be sexual by your relatives, your uncle rather.
Exactly. The next door neighbor.
The next door neighbor too?
As well, right. And then he had sisters that beautiful, beautiful sisters. And they all were smart, so smart. And like my grandma, she wouldn't allow me to really hang out with them like I wanted to. And I feel like if she had I would have been where they are. Because one is like a producer over the making movies, and another one's over the bank. You know what I'm saying? And these are some very, very beautiful sisters.
Right.
Had I been able to just be within the crowd that I really wanted and was craving to be with, I think that would have helped a lot. But I also got one uncle that was that still is a pastor, and the one that did molest me, let me let you know that right now to this day he's in prison, like without parole. So that means he'll never get out.
Oh, that's good. What for this? For you?
No, not just for this, but I feel like
there's a lot of other things, but the main thing is he's in prison for the rest of his life.
Right.
How does that feel? Because a lot of times, especially when it's your relatives, we don't ever have the satisfaction of saying that person is put behind bars.
Right. That's right. And I don't have to worry about him doing this to my daughter.
Exactly. Now, did your grandmother and grandfather ever know?
No, you see, granddad had died, right?
Right.
Right, but I have even seen him, like, attempt to try his own, or to try my grandmother to my 99, which is his mom. I'm serious. Yes, I am.
So, how many children do you have?
Well, it took me 29 years to first have my daughter.
Oh, so you were 29 years old?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, you were older.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, that's the main thing that I can say I did absolutely perfect. To me, anyway.
Right.
She is smart. She is beautiful. And,
Okay.
And, she actually graduated 6 months before everybody in her old place.
Okay,
Because I
great.
used to read to her, and I did go to prenatal care. I did the very best I could. But at the same time, I ended up relapsing. I mean, not relapsing. I stopped smoking altogether when I found out that I was pregnant. I did really well, but I messed around and found a package of crack. And she immediately started turning in my stomach. So, with that being said, I went ahead and started smoking, but I stopped.
Okay.
Because her dad was like, I'm not going to let you do this to my daughter, my child.
Wow.
So we went to the doctor, told the doctor sent me down to Greenwood, South Carolina. I stayed and graduated. Okay, and
You stayed and graduated for what?
So from 6 months to the 8th month. I meant from 6 months to the 8th month, I used her.
Okay.
8th month to the 9th month, I was in treatment. As soon as I came out of treatment, I had her. But she still tested positive. Okay.
Wow, even 2 months after the fact?
Exactly.
Wow, I didn't know it can last prenatally that long in the
See,
system.
You put it into the medical records, right? So they automatically, when you have the treatment, they're going to check, and they're just going to check the urine, then you have to check the blood.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So DSS got involved.
Oh, God. Even though you did the right thing.
Exactly.
How old were you when you started using drugs? How old were you?
I drove with the crack. And I came to Charlotte, really after I graduated, and I got out of high school. Yeah.
So did you graduate from high school, you
No.
said? No, okay. So what made you stop like 6 months before you gotten so far? What made you stop 6 months in advance?
Just cutting school. And thank you. Cutting school, hanging out, doing things like smoking reefer. And, I wanted to go, and my grandma wouldn't let me go, so I just go anyway.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
And then
so how old were you when you started?
I was like 22 years old.
22 years old? Okay. So I just find it so amazing. You were responsible enough as a mother to care about your child in your womb
Exactly.
to want to do something. You were
Right.
honest with the doctor.
Right.
You could have been afraid and be
Right.
like, I don't want DSS in my business.
Right, that's right.
But you got the proper help so you and your infant can be
Exactly.
fine.
Right.
Okay.
And I do thank God for her father too. I mean, I really thank God for their father.
Shout out for all the good men.
Shout out goes to the fathers, baby.
Yes.
Yeah, because he didn't just my part. He did his part and mine.
Right.
And I mean that. And I mean, one of these days, I'm gonna try my best to allow like Steve Harvey to give a shout out to him.
Oh.
Yeah, he deserved it because I missed when I had twins after Brianna.
Okay.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Right.
You say yes, I did.
I was like, I believe I'm pregnant again. He's like, shit, it ain't mine.
Oh.
And then he actually has like 8 sets of twins in his family.
Oh God! You say, listen, dude, this is you.
Baby, he wouldn't take nothing for them 2 children. But my thing is, that's the best thing I've ever done in my life is have my children and have them by the same man.
Right.
A hell of a man.
Y'all, I mean, we hear so many horror stories and whatnot, but it is so refreshing to hear another woman speak so highly of men. I mean, not all men are bad, and men are supposed to be in our lives. We're supposed to be in each other's lives to uplift each other and make each other better.
Right.
And you actually found that.
Right. So, that DSS did get involved. So, that right there took me to a whole lot of a hard pill to swallow. Because I still was trying. I was trying very hard, trying.
How was it knowing that you had a problem with drugs and being pregnant but withdrawing from it? Because you had to go through withdrawals, correct?
Exactly.
So how the hell is that going through a pregnancy and withdrawing?
Exactly. But listen, once I got, I can't answer that question just like that right now because I want you to know I did stop and I had no other choice because of her.
You had a choice now. No, you made the right choice, but you had a choice. Don't take that away from yourself.
When the lady caseworker would tell me, she was like, well, we're going to do it this way. We'll go to this treatment. I would go, but anytime I would call her dad, he'll come and get us. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not going to leave. It just worked really out at the same time. And I couldn't understand why would they're really extremely different from what they are up here.
Okay.
However, when I found out I was pregnant again, then she definitely got back involved, and she was like, well, this, that, and the third. So all of a sudden, the DSS wanted to give them to the auntie because the auntie works at, upper class. It's real time.
So let me ask you, there's a doctor. Okay, so they have documented that you stopped 2 months in advance, correct?
Right.
So the doctors couldn't vouch for you, or?
No, because she stayed involved so long to the point where I eventually relapsed.
Right, which is a normal part of the process. Very normal, guys. Relapse is normal.
Right.
But you don't give up.
And I had one family member that actually went to them, and instead of coming to the family member herself, she went to them folk.
Got you.
And it just made matters worse, and so she came in and took her. And
Okay.
then that's when I really lost my mind.
Right. How old were you when you lost your children?
Well, they're 24 and 25 now. I lost them like 20 years ago.
Really? You never got them back?
Well, God didn't ever take them really from me because what man had for me, God turned that thing around for the good.
Right.
Because see, man, like I said, DSS wanted his sister to have my mom went and got a lawyer so she could get them.
Okay.
But God wanted their dad to keep them. So at the same time, he got custody and he got custody just like I had.
Oh, okay. That's a blessing. So let me ask you this. So what kind of dynamic did you have with the father of your children? So
he was like physically abusive.
Okay. So his drug of choice was abuse.
Drinking, yeah.
So, I mean, he was a good man, but he still had his own demons as well.
He would beat me and stuff and just talk to me any kind of way, emotionally, like I was corrupted. And the thing is, like telling me, like my uncle would say, he had took me out in the bed in the woods and stuff so many times. Like, you ain't shit, you never will be shit. Stuff like that. So, I started to feel that.
Right.
Trying to say
the power of words.
Yeah.
So your uncle told you this?
Yeah.
The uncle that was doing...
Exactly.
Wow, that was his way of keeping you
Right,
conditioned to just be
right.
whatever he wanted you to be.
And even though their dad was the top of the number one now, I ain't gonna lie, but he was on at the same time. And he was still so verbally abusive, that's what I should say.
Right.
And that, so when the white lady was involved, I just felt as though, I didn't want them to see me get beat. I didn't want her to think it's okay to be beat. And I didn't want my son to feel like it's okay to be somebody.
Right.
I didn't want them to be around what I was going through. So I just felt it was best to go and leave. And that's when I just let him do what he needed to do.
Got you. Okay, so are you homeless right now?
Oh, yes, ma'am. I sleep in the cars. I sleep I sometimes don't sleep.
How long you been homeless for?
I never had my own place. I mean,
Do you think that all that you've gone through your childhood is a reason why you have a hard time to adapt to having a normal lifestyle?
I'm ready. I just think
Have you ever dug into it and be like, okay, I went through this happened to me, and I need to forgive myself? I mean, do you take it hard for yourself?
At the same time, she don't even really, like I have a hard time still dealing with it when it comes down to her, because she would come down to visit me and she would always buy me out clothes and stuff. She never really got there. She wasn't there, so I can understand why my daughter feels the way she did, because I wasn't there either,
Okay.
I would go, but it's like I go and come right back on out. My thing is the self-criticism, though. It says so often we can be our own worst enemies. We set unrealistic expectations for ourselves and are critical of ourselves when we don't live up to them. But self-criticism is a destructive process that can undermine what God wants to accomplish in our lives. It's time to borrow a page from God's playbook and give yourself some grace. We are all works in progress. I know I am.
Yes. Yes, you are.
We all make mistakes. We all drop the ball, and we all fall short. So what? When you miss the mark, get up, dust yourself out, and get back in the game. That's not to make light on the fact that there is always room for improvement. And yes, we should make a habit of evaluating our own lives. Everyone needs to make adjustments at times to get back on track, to live in a more fulfilled and productive life. And that's me.
Amen. May God add a blessing to the reader of the word.
That's right. And so now, what I can truly say is was a way of forgiveness. I know that that's what God is about. I love my mama. If it weren't for her and my dad, I wouldn't even be here. You know what I'm saying? She could have easily aborted me.
Right.
Hold me on the sidewalk. You feel me? But no, she did carry me. You hear me? She loved me enough to carry me.
Right.
And that I am here. I'm a beautiful one that's here. I'm just like, I look, her complexion. I wish I had a smile. But at the same time, I have a beautiful, hard-working mom. And with that being said, I know she loves me. And with that, I have to work with my part and forgive myself as much as forgive my mom. And I try my best to call her and stay in touch with her. And when we get ready to clash with our words, I just go ahead and say, I love you, I'll talk to you later.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's strength.
She really wants me to have my own place.
Right.
She really wants me to have my place. She's like, go down there, them people giving away, them people helping me with hotels, shit.
So what do you need to get your own place? Like where are you at with it? So you still have an addiction? Is that what's holding you back? Possibly, or just
not necessarily. Right now what I'm doing is I really need to just get into whether it be I would say a nice halfway house or somewhere that I could sleep in right now, because last week I went to the shelter. I was like, I'm not going to do this. I'm just not doing it. And I went to the shelter and was turned down to come in. So, I don't stay in one abandoned car because I don't want everybody thinking that they know where I'm going to be at.
Yeah.
So one day I'm here, then I got four or five good God sisters. So I might stay with one. This too nice, and the other one let me stay with her.
Okay,
nice.
So God always make a way for you.
This is what this interview is about. It's how Jesus had just worked it out for me. And who wouldn't serve a God like this? So no matter what, you see me drinking my beer, my beer. Yeah, I still, I smoke. But I do feel like I'm gonna be delivered from there, and I'm gonna be delivered out here. The same way God saved Pastor Q, He saved my mama. I feel like He gonna save me.
Right.
And what works for everybody may kill me. So I'm speaking about the narcotic anonymous. I went over there, stepped in the rooms, stepped on that ground Friday, like 2 days ago. And trust me, I was embarrassed. I cried so hard, and it was put. You know what I'm saying? I just cannot do I done went to a treatment center over 22 times. I can guarantee you, it's just not for me.
Okay.
It's not.
Well, my thing is, the thing I love about you, and this is what I've gone through with myself personally, even when you're in the middle of an addiction, even though you're in the middle of a difficulty in your life, you still have that foundation of God in your life. And whenever you ask Him for a way out, it ain't gonna happen today, it may not happen tomorrow, but when you consistently ask God, I know I'm not in the best place, I know I'm not to your glory, I'm not doing what you exactly want me to do, but please help me find a way out. He will, because He's done it for me.
He promised that He will never leave me nor forsake me.
Right.
He really promised me food, clothes, and shelter. So when I introduce myself to anyone, I'm either doing my own stationery, or I come up with a way, and I thank God for God, because I know there is a way.
So let me ask you this before we wrap it up. Where did you get this foundation of faith? I mean, would you say that you're in the middle of a storm right now?
Yes, I do.
You have such a peace to you. You are peace. You have a peace.
Do I really?
Calm.
Yeah.
Very peaceful.
Thank you.
Everything is just put together.
Wow.
What made you get to that point?
Sisters like you. I reach out and I speak to everybody. I talk to everybody.
But you could believe in anything else, or you could not believe in anything at all.
Exactly.
But what made you believe in?
My grandmother loves the Lord. She loved the Lord, and when she used to tell me, what are you gonna do when I'm gone? So in other words, I really am school. I'm the only girl, but I'm the oldest girl.
Oh, okay.
I'm the only girl. I have 2 brothers. Both them are younger than I am. So I feel like if I had an older sister, she wouldn't let me be out here like this.
But this is your testimony.
Right. And this is part 1.
You're in the middle of the testimony.
I'm gonna do part 2.
Exactly. But I just want to say thank you so much. It's really good to see God working.
Right.
Because I've been where you are, where I've been a mess.
Right.
And then God has brought me to my purpose.
Right.
And so this is your mess, and I'm going to boldly say it because I've been there.
That's right.
And you're going to have your testimony.
That's right.
And when you have that testimony, the boldness is...
Because Jeremiah 29:11 tells me that, He says, "For I know the plans that I have for you, plans to prosper you, and plans to see me have a better future."
Right.
You know what I mean? So He knows the plans.
Right.
And everybody else don't even need to know. We don't even need to... we don't need to know. We just know it's in His hand.
Right,
and
this
I'm
is
gonna
Him.
hold on to His hand.
All right. Well, that being said, I appreciate you so much. This was an awesome interview. And y'all, please give to the channel, to this young lady, and I will make sure and get it. She doesn't have a Cash App, but please press the thanks button and contribute to her. Let's help her get along. I'm going to work on helping her along as well. And I will make sure she gets the funds, 100% of the funds to her for this interview. So I appreciate you so much. And y'all, please give. Y'all, let's rally around, community together, and give. Take care. Thank you so much, Ann.
Well. That's part 1, right?
Yes, part 1. We do let part 2 the next time.
Okay, but we will see you on part 2.
Yeah, take care.
Thank you.